What do we know about conditions at that detention center in Nauru?
People have been living in that detention center, have been housed there now for more than a year in some cases. And we've been in touch with dozens of the children who've been living at that detention center as well. But this is very alarming now. Two people who have set themselves on fire in less than a week. And it's prompted quite an unusual response from the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, which has just come out with a statement saying, quote, "There is no doubt that the current policy of offshore processing and prolonged detention is immensely harmful. Despite efforts by the governments of Papua New Guinea and Nauru, arrangements in both countries have proved completely untenable." The UNHCR now calling for the immediate relocation, removal of some 2,000 residents from these two Australian offshore detention centers, one on the island of Nauru, where these two people now have set fire to themselves in the space of a week, and also from the island of Manus in Papua New Guinea, where the Supreme Court just ruled last week that detaining refugees and asylum seekers and migrants there was unconstitutional. In the case of the 23-year-old Iranian man who set fire to himself last week in Nauru, this took place. There were eyewitnesses from the UNHCR who were making a visit to the detention center when that man set himself on fire, and then he died several days later after being airlifted by Australia for emergency medical care. At this stage, the 21-year-old Somalian woman named Hodan Yasin, she has also been airlifted to Australia and is suffering some very grievous, very serious injuries as a result of that desperate act. Aisha?
Yeah, so awful. Ivan, what are we hearing from the Australian government as these various parties call for a change in operations and what's taking place there on Nauru?
The Australian government is standing by its policy of stopping people who try to reach Australia by sea, for example, or by other methods, and then putting them on these offshore detention centers. And not only Australia, but also the Nauru government have started to shift the blame for these cases of self-immolation onto activists that they claim are trying to push the refugees and migrants to adopt these very desperate measures. Take a listen to the Australian Immigration Minister.
It is of grave concern that this person would resort to such an extreme act of self-harm. I've previously expressed my frustration and anger, frankly, at advocates and others who are in contact with those in regional processing centres and who are encouraging some of these people to behave in a certain way, believing that that pressure exerted on the Australian government will see a change in our policy in relation to our border protection measures.
So you've got a government official there accusing basically activists of pushing the refugees and migrants to do things like burn themselves. But then you have an opposition lawmaker, Senator Sarah Hanson-Young, saying that Australia and its offshore detention policy right now is in free fall, and joining the UNHCR and calling for an end to this controversial policy.